Hello, and welcome to Stranded Alien Dawn. Well, a new update has been recently released, which certainly sounds interesting, a different scenario to play through. But, yeah, I think my priority really is to try to get these people off the planet. Out of curiosity, I don't think we've even get to the point where we've actually discovered how to get off this planet yet. Science. Yeah, we haven't even got to the point of actually figuring out how to do that, actually. On the plus side, at least Daniel has cheered up, so that's a good thing. So, I think where I left off, the plan was I really need to start putting up boundaries around this place. We're still building this. Yeah, we're still getting all this built, so I've got everybody shacking up in just a few rooms. I'm going to have to expand this out by the looks of it. Give everybody their own room, because if you do that, you'll get a buff. I mean, the rooms that I've got are 4x5, so that's like the ideal sort of size to get that maximum buff. Beyond that, it's just no point really. Well, tiny for you, I suppose. So they've still got this section over here to do. So I'm curious, how many people have we got? Well, that's it. We're up to the maximum. Then we've got 8 people. Ah, cool. So I'm just going to leave everybody to get on with what they do and have a look around and see what it is that needs doing. So what was I going to finish this section here? How are we doing for wood? Not too bad, I suppose. I'm going to need a lot more wood to finish that off, to expand it as well. So I may as well get them chopping some trees. I'm sure there'll be somebody doing that. The trouble is, I think on the hour I've got him probably focused on crafting, as far as I recall. He's good at what he does, but the trouble is, yeah, he's got agoraphobia, so he doesn't like being outside. In which case I try to keep him indoors as much as possible. So Connor's busy beavering away, getting all those parts of the building done, so that's a good sign. So I think once he's finished this off, because I want to move everything indoors, it should start to get more efficient. Ah, yes, that's what I remember. I put down these little tables over here, plus the actual wardrobes, and then I remembered, foobar, there's nowhere for the actual seating, because I wanted that close to be, I wanted that to be as close to the freezers as possible. So I was going to wait for all this lot to get done, and then I'll start moving things. The only catch is you can't move a shelf. You can, well, you just have to rip it apart and start again. Now this is interesting because I do not recognise this tune. I think that must be part of the update, because I've certainly never heard that before. Seriously, dude? He's off to smoke a pipe. He's just got that little bit. Anyway, let's get. Where's Paulette here? Get her to finish that bit off. That's what I like about these people. They like believe things like, you know, there's just like a teeny smidgen of something that they need to get done, and they say, nope, I'm off, I'm out of here. It's like, seriously? Anywho. Oh, good grief, we've got manure in here. Gross. I mean, I suppose on the plus side you could argue at least it's going to last longer. I mean, it lasts 4 days outside. 48 days if it's under roof. Okay. Fair enough. Right, well, I don't want any food in here. I think this one was more for the actual crafting lot, so I won't be doing anything like that. I don't think they make. Yeah, they do actually. Yeah, they do make the medicines. Well, that looks new. I don't recognise that. What? A survival kit. Oh yes, I remember there was some. They've introduced some pretty interesting. Wow, I like these. Hold on, let's pause this game. They mentioned some things in the updates. I remember they mentioned things. The idea was that you'll have people who can go out to places further away. They were talking about outposts and all sorts of things. It's like, oh, Bennett, this is like awesome. I mean, you can have grenades, signal flares, night goggles. Oh, awesome respirator masks for the dust storms. This is an EM umbrella. What? A good luck charm? Harvesting tools in the survival. Oh man, they've certainly sort of like made some changes. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, here's a new crash scenario or whatever it is. It's like all these other weird and wonderful things about it. Anyway, when it comes to shelves, they won't go there. They're not the this is all stuff for the tailor, so we won't put that in there either. But they will need those. Be good if I can find some more mech cores, I must admit. Maybe. We found 2. So I think that's probably it. Right, let me get back to it. But holy smokes, that's interesting. So housing. Camps. So you can put up a sign. That's a decorative sign. Nothing new there I'm spotting. Storage is the same, housing's the same. I'm just curious to see what else they've like thrown in here. I'm just like, wow. Lighting, heat, production, power, science, defense. Well, what about research? And have we got any? Wow, a bench press. So we've got tool smithing, a bench press, camp management. Yeah, so I think the idea was like, because I mean, you've got like a pretty big map. So I think the idea was you could send people, you'd send people away doing like, jobs that are going to take quite a while or what have you. But that is interesting, that the thought that you can like send people away and build up an outpost for them to live in for a while. But that's interesting. You can give them, there's some other forms of entertainment. So there's a bench press that you can give them. And then you've got your toolsmithing, camp management, construction of area flags. Oh yes, that was the other thing. The idea being that you can actually set up restrictions as to where people can go, so they only work within that specific area. Jeez Louise. Arcade machines, VR sets. What the heck? There's some interesting things they've thrown in here. I mean, I'm not saying anything in terms of like power or defenses, but jeez Louise. Well, I'll give that to Daniel to do then. Let him one of those. So to do the EM umbrellas, Struth, we need the energy crystals though. That's a pity. Respirator masks. So you've got to research toolsmithing. That's that one up there, obviously. Fubar. We need to find ore. That means I have to find ore on this map. Right, well, anyway. Hopefully Daniel won't have another hissy fit, but... And it's raining. I think that's one of the things, like I think that other scenario, there was some reference I think in there about the clothing. Maybe you just don't need, you won't have the same problems like you have here, where you've got to have the warm clothes for the winter. You don't have that on the other scenario, which makes me wonder. It's like that kind of has a bit of an impact for some of the characters. It's like, well, yeah, that kind of takes the tailoring out. Becomes a lot less important then. Right, so he's busy beavering away, so while he's doing that, we're getting to add some more rooms while we're here. So I should be able to get at least 2 in. Oh, that was it! That was what I was looking for. Self-destruct alert. Reason being, I'm pretty sure that's where we get breakthroughs. It's been going through my mind for a while, is how do I get extra the research breakthroughs, because you start off with certain ones on the map. The ones I could really do with the ones where you get like the solar panels and so on. I think that's it. I think. But let me just finish this off, and I think I'll then send Connor off to have a look at that. But I want to go. I don't want that. I want the door. Put a door on that side. And one on that side. Interesting, I can't copy it. Whatever happened to there? You used to be able to copy. How bizarre. You can't even copy the sleeping spot anymore. Okay, so we've got to do this the long way then. Right, so we want one of these. It's that way around, isn't it? Yeah, so put that there and put that there. Right, off the go. So let's test this out. So we've got, how much fuel have we got? Oh, we've got plenty of fuel. It's a bit risky because we haven't had an attack recently, I don't think. But let's send. Oh, jeez Louise, what are the chances? Just as I'm about to go, they suddenly show up, which I suppose in some respects is probably a good thing. I mean, to be honest, we've now got that mech over there. Where are they, by the way? They're all behind us. Sounds like a pantomime. They're behind you! It's kind of tempting to probably send somebody over with a mech, but I'm just going to wait it out. I like to let the flamethrowers have fun with them. But yeah, I definitely want to check out this self-destruct option. Oh no, that's interesting because we've got some of these birds. And they like to eat the beetles, I must admit. Definitely change this music. I don't recognise this music at all. Right. Well, Omeo likes combat, so let him go and have a bit of a play with oh, what's his combat level actually? Oh, it's 2. You need to be level 3, I think, to use this. So, what about Lara? Can you? Yours is 1. I'll let Emily have a play with this then. Yeah, go on then. Where are these beasties? They're all heading in this. So actually, what have we got? Oh, they're all just a scarabée. That's unusual. Normally you get quite a bit of a mixture. You know, like the overgrown ones, the exploding ones. But no, it's just the boring, normal ones. Oh, seriously? Why you... That is just mean. That's another reason why I want the walls. They're going to wreck the place. That is definitely unusual. They normally come and attack. Yeah, they would normally go that way, but for whatever reason, they've actually decided to come. Right. Oh, fiddlesticks. Yeah, they just wrecked the place. Ah, it's true. We're going to have a lot to read. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't want to do that. It's a bit late, but never mind. Right. You can head back to here. Fiddlesticks, that wasn't the plan. That was just plain mean, that was. Go on, jump over there. There's one. Where is it? Seriously? Go on. Well, tell you what, I'll get Jack to finish it up. Right, everybody else, you can go. Oh, Struth, that sucks because they've wrecked all this area. That is just plain mean, that is. Yeah, actually, you should turn that off. There's no point doing that. Oh, Fubar. Somebody's got nowhere to sleep now. On the other hand, because I've got a bed for you. Technically, that should be Emmeline's, but never mind. Yeah, it's unusual that, because normally they don't target your actual infrastructure, your actual buildings and so on. They go and attack, well, they would just pass through to wherever your people are, but how bizarre. I mean, I have seen them do that, like if they're if they spawn close to the fence, for example, I've seen them attack one. If they attack something next to your base, then they'll I think they just get agitated and whatever, and then that's the reason they start attacking. But that was annoying. That's something. I'm just looking for the types of meals. So, tailoring, crafting. Yeah, I was just thinking there might be something extra was introduced into like crafting as well. Right, put this back on full speed, so presumably Connor's going to now go around and fix everything. Because there's a lot of things got wrecked. That was just nasty. That was like a nasty party came in there. Did they actually? No, they didn't. They didn't attack these. They didn't, but they did wreck the fermentation barrel. So who's doing this lot? So, oh, she's just clearing things out because they've got to rebuild it. Where's Connor? Interesting. I would have thought you would have actually been fixing things. But he's, for whatever reason, that's unusual. Normally, like, they'll fix everything. Why is he handling the furnace? Ah, right, so he's handling the furnace because he needed the metal to presumably fix the actual flamethrower. Yeah, there's method behind the madness, it seems. Right, what's up with you, dude? Maybe we can cheer him up if I can get a workbench for him. Maybe that's what he needs. Right, well, tell you what, you go and... Oh, you know, oh yes, you're not violent, aren't you? Right, go and play some music. Who else is... Oh, Rita. Rita, well, you go and take your problems out on the punching pole. Oh wow, fixed quite a bit of that. Oh, that's cool. Wow, they seriously tore chunks out of that place. Insufficient materials. Has nobody gone around chopping the trees down yet? Why? Why are you not chopping trees down? It would make a lot of sense if you did. Are they all going back to sleep again? Right, tell you what, this is going to be... because I'm going to go in order, so... Nope, sorry Jack, this is going to be for Evelyn. And that's yours. You can go and sleep over there. Hold on, looks a bit weird. Why is... Alright, maybe because it's just not fully finished yet. Right, tell you what, mate. You go and finish the wall off. Yeah, just because it wasn't partly done. Where's... Emlyn, why are you sleeping over there? That makes no sense. You've got your own bed over there now. You'll get a buff. Connor's going to probably complain. Yeah, so we're getting a buff of 18. Connor will probably complain because he's sleeping outside. He's not fully indoors. So what's his priority then for chopping trees down? Cutting the trees down? Yes, he does construction and then he'll start chopping the trees down. Nope, I don't want that. You're hungry. Food is... See, what are food settings now? Because there's 8 people. Doesn't have any power yet. Yeah, that's something else I need to sort out. Right, that's okay. I've got a setting of 4 for each of those, so that's enough to keep things ticking. And then wreck that as well. Jeez Louise. Right, hold on a tick. Hold on. What's priority? It's going to take 10 hours. He's not going to get there, but... out of curiosity. I meant to send him, I completely forgot. Boobar. Boobar, I say. Boobar. Yeah, I wanted to send him because I'm pretty sure that's where you get the research breakthroughs. You'll go there and you'll find something, and it's a case of, oh, you can pick these, so you might get like less research time to do something, or it's a case of here's the Here's something you can research. Oh, somebody's done and salvaged something. Who salvaged something? You're in tailoring. Oh, Jack did it. Okay, cool. So I think what I'll do then is I'll switch him over. Because we really need the wood. I don't appreciate that we've got our... It's right. Oh, severe heat wave. No! No, no, no. No! This is a terrible time to have a heat wave. Why do they not... Why do they not have the common sense to take their clothes, like the heavy clothes off? I think sometimes they do, but just out of curiosity, to see what Evelyn does. I mean, she's in the middle of cooking, but is she going to... No, she's going to carry on doing that. It's like, whatever. Don't wear these things. It makes no sense. Right, let's change these out then. So... Right, we've done that one. I think... What's the synthetic stuff? So that's... I mean, that's not too bad. I know some of them have got very limited tolerance of things, but we'll see. And I don't know if they've got round to making the clothes for the summer yet. No, they haven't. Right, so we want hats. Keep 3 of those. Oh, there you go. There we go. Yes, that is what I wanted. Except they don't have the options that I'm looking for. Right, so yeah, so you can unlock certain things, or you can get a reduction on the time to research things. So, a Spec Ops pistol. So that's to unlock improved laser pistols. I'll have that one. I'm impressed that was going to expire in 5 hours and it said it would take 10 hours. So maybe that's like 10 hours in both directions. Holy smokes. Don't put that on. Don't wear them. Don't wear them. You're going to have to run round. Boobar, I say. Right, let's put that to the top of the list then. It's definitely different music now. T-shirts. I want 4 of them. Don't waste it on synthetics though. Bring that higher up the list. Pants. You can get summer pants. Make 4 of them. So they go about there. Then we want summer shoes. Don't waste them. Nope, I wanted that to be on till. Well, put that higher up. And I'll have a look and see which ones are. Oops, I don't want to do that. Hold on, that's a 10.
This is a reminder. Towels to wash. This is a reminder. Towels to wash.
Yeah, that's a 10. That's a 6, so that should go up there. So summer shoes, so we've got 1, 2, so that needs to be an until. So that gets you 6, that gets you 3, that gets you 2, oh, that gets you 4. Wow. So where's the fur hat? Fur hat is 8. Oh, that's interesting. I would have thought these should have all been in order, so I don't know what happened there. thermal pants are 10, sweaters 6. I want the pants above there, so that's an 8, that's a 6. So fur coat is a 10, pants are 10, cap is 8, sweaters 6, boots are 6. Right, so get them to focus on that. I think I'm not too fussed at the moment. I think I'm just going to... Actually, what I'll do is I'll get that one, mirror that one. Normally what I do is I split them in two, so that's like one focuses on the summer stuff, while the other one focuses on the winter stuff, but since I don't have Vivian, I'm not too fussed. That should be an until now, so that's an until. Yeah, that'll do. So I still haven't fixed that. Oh, that's because I said, oh, Connor's not back yet, that's why. So I have to give somebody... I think I might give... What's Rita's? She's on combat level 4, so I might give her the actual pulse rifle. Because they are pretty good. I mean, once you've got one of these set up, it's not that big of a deal. Well, having said that, when you get the bigger creatures coming in, it can be helpful to try and slow them down. Because I know, like the Junos can come running in really fast. Some of the bigger ones, especially when you get into like insane level, you can just run through your flamethrowers. The trouble is, I'm not keen on having the actual traps, because then they're just, well, you just end up with more of them coming after you. Right, I'll tell you what, when she's had her dinner, that's almost worn out anyway. We'll get that. So what's Paulette doing? So Paulette's busy crafting. Only ours crafting. Has anybody got a priority for clothes now? Emmeline does. That's a bit odd because she's the one doing the cooking. So Jack will do that. So Paulette. Seriously, 108 already? I think I might flip that and get Paulette to focus on the tailoring. I mean, while you're in the warm weather, it's not so bad, because you just get them to take the clothes off, although usually they start putting them back on again. So Paulette's got heat stroke. Seriously? Well, don't wear that. It's 37. Connor's gonna have a hissy fit. Right, well, why are you not taking these things off? Because you've got options where you can actually lock things in. But for whatever reason, he doesn't have the sense to take them off. So there you go, now we've got a straw hat. Right, there you go. We'll have a straw hat. So she's gonna walk around with pretty much nothing but a straw hat. Okay. Oh jeez Louise, they actually even wrecked the roofs. What? How can you wreck the roof as well? Oh, right, okay. Everybody, like, stop what you're doing and... well... we may as well put Emmeline in there now that Rita's got a better gun. So I really need to get these walls up then. Right, tell you what, let's get these ready. It's going to complain that you need... oh no, you need lots more wood. Fine. Hold on. Damaged structures. You rascals! That's just plain mean. Not again! What? They must have changed the game mechanics on this, because they normally don't do that. They normally do path towards your people. I mean, I've got a straight path. I mean, okay, it's a bit windy, but that's just plain mean. Right. This is becoming a task for Jack more than anybody else of late. So where's the other 6 gone? Right, I'll send Rita. Not Rita, Emlyn rather. Right, so where's the other one? That is bizarre, that. I'm not used to them doing that. Right, go and park over there, then you can all go back and do what we're going to be doing. In this case, it's bedtime, isn't it? Oh wow, that really gives me an incentive to get these walls up then. Right, so these walls need unlocking. Oh, wrong one. The trouble is I need to extend this out because I'm two beds short. Oh! Oh, take these off, you silly person. Right. Right, where's like the common sense to do that in the first place? It's like it doesn't exist. These are crazy people. Right, put the roof on because I need to expand this lot out again. So I'm going to go to 8. I'm going to raise that up. Right, that'll do. I think it's 4 or... I think it's 5 in that direction. Yeah, it's 4 in this direction, 5 in that direction. Right, that'll do. I'm curious what Connor will do. Oh, jeez Louise, apart from having a hissy fit. What's your problem, dude? He's barely dressed. Yeah, I get it. I mean, don't worry, Paulette will have a hat for you shortly. You can run around in your undies with a straw hat on. I think while I'm here, I'm going to have a look and see if there's anything that we can destroy. Because at least you can get some of your resources back. Yeah, anything under 50% I just get them to destroy. Have you been putting your clothes back on again? Right, take that off. No, don't do that. Take that back off. So the priority is the straw hats, because well, they should be able to do better. Speaking of which, are there actually any we can use? It's 2, so there you go, dude. Go and put a straw hat on. You can do the same, Daniel. Crafting level 4. Oh, now he's throwing up. So he went on a food binge and now he's throwing up. Don't tell me you're another one who's not thinking. Don't put that away. So to fix that, and they're off to fix all that. 2,450 wood. Jeez Louise, that's gonna be a lot. It's gonna take forever and a day. How come you're sweating? You got a straw hat on. Oh, fixing a flamethrower. Okay. What's Jack? Oh, Jack's gone to sleep. Okay. Don't tell me you put the. I thought I told you to take those off. While you're there, don't bother putting them on. It might change Yummy settings as well then. them to focus on the tailoring. Because once they get enough clothes, we should be fine. And I wouldn't care. It doesn't seem to last that long anyway. But anything's better than nothing at this stage. So I think to start complaining if it's too hot. What's his problems? He's in pain probably because of his eye. Yeah, his vision implant. He's also got well, he's got a bad stomach because he overate. Now that you say I can blame on him. It's his own silly fault. Can I copy that? And that's interesting. They've changed things where you can't. There's certain things you just can't copy anymore. You used to be able to do that. Whoa! That better not have landed where I think it landed. But didn't. I thought it landed actually inside of the base. I thought that just sucks then. Well, while we're at it, may as well salvage that and start cleaning the place up. So those two are going to focus on clothing for now, which is fine. Connor's going to be fixing everything before he gets around to getting any further. Out of curiosity, what's his level now? He's up to level 7. Oh wow. Ooh, looks like we haven't got any research. Oh, we do. See, we need our bench press. Where's the bench press when you need one? Oh wow. I would definitely be interested in these night buildings. Well, I'll even focus on those. Ah, interesting. So, focusing on defenses before the main building, which I suppose is a good thing. Because I mean, my plan anyway is I want to basically tear this lot down. I'm going to end up building it over on this side. That's not quite the way I want it. Who's scavenging now? Oh, Rita is. Oh, okay. Right. So who needs a nice hat to wear? Why are you putting? I don't understand these people. I mean, you can lock them out and stop them wearing certain things, I suppose, but. Right, there you go. We've all got nice straw hats that we can wear. I mean, probably by the time they finish this, it's heatwave's going to be over anyway. It's like, oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. I must admit, we're getting towards the end of the year, and I'm still nowhere near getting power up and running. We seriously need power. Even if it's just to get a couple of turrets up and running. At least I know where this part ends, because my plan is I want to use this section here for the towers, the communication towers. They've got to be kept a certain distance apart, so maybe if I put one over there and one over there, then hopefully I can steer everything in through this side rather than having them come in through the walls. So when you get something like 60 odd of those Wolfen coming attack you, they just rip the walls to pieces. I suppose, in that case, what I could do is start trying to get some power here. Actually, what's the farming like? See, this is good farming. It's going to go to waste. Now, what I could do. Very weak support. We've got hardly any stone, but I suppose what we could do is get. If I start to flatten this area, I can at least put it to use. Wow, it's over 1,000 stone. Is there any stone around here I can actually use? Otherwise it's going to be pointless. Yeah, it's quite a lot over there. let's get them to mine that. I think that'll keep somebody occupied. Oh, it's an interesting rock. Where's the interesting rock? It's... Right, I don't want that land going to waste. I mean, I could... yeah, I mean... It's not that important. As long as there's nothing coming in to the base, then it doesn't matter that much. But on the other hand, it's like... I mean, integrity is only 20. It wouldn't last 5 minutes. I'll leave it at that for now. No queued research. Okay, well, let's find something to do then. Signal flares if you ever get into trouble, presumably. Well, camp management sounds interesting. Night goggles, I mean, these don't take long. That'll keep him occupied for a while. And out of curiosity, which ones are you doing? So that one's oh yeah, both salvage ones, those, not scavenge ones. I think what I'll do is just for now. Get them to join these parts up. Oh, jeez Louise. No rest for the wicked here. I know they're not going to like that, because they just don't like it if the path's not simple for them. But yeah, it is what it is. Right, hold on. Don't have it. This is not a time to have a breakdown. Go and play on the didgeridoo. I mean, Connor looks cheerful. I mean, that's something, I suppose. So all those things are all over here. I mean, this time around it's a mixture. Jeez Louise, what are we getting so far? Alright, so somebody got it. Right, well, Connor, go and grab that, since you're the one who's mostly doing combat things. Why is Jack doing... Oh, you've chopped down all the trees already? Oh, crikey. Well, that was quick. Right, well... In that case, go and chop some more down. Yeah, just chop them all down. Why not? I mean, you don't get so much out of the fallen trees, but... May as well use them. So what do we got actually in terms of weapons now? Just bows. Oh, right. Everybody down tools. I'm going to have to hope that they don't come and decide to wreck the place again. I'm looking to see if it's agitated. So that seems to be what they're doing. If they're agitated, they're going to start wrecking things. I mean, everybody's heading for our little board base over there. Go through there. Oh, I do not like these little ones. These are the little ones that they really trash the place. I'm not making a beeline for anything other than that entry point by the looks of it. Oh wow, Emmeline's having a lot of fun. Jeez Louise, she's seriously taking a lot of them out. Okay, just keep shooting everything. If it moves, shoot it. Ah. What? What? Oh, hang on. I've now got 9 people. What? How have I got 9 people? I thought the limit was 8. I mean, I didn't go for like big family. I mean, a Chaos Moon. That was basically the only thing I've done is I've set the Chaos Moon. What the difficulty was very hard. I changed the seed to motor figure, but somehow I've ended up with 9 people. So what? That's a first. Right. Well, where's that? Where's that thing that's attacking us? Oh, there it is. Right, you go and take that out. The rest of them will go in a minute, but how the heck is... what? That is just bizarre. Yeah, come along. That means I need another bed as well. Interesting. Now that's a first. I mean, I've played this game and getting 8 people, but that was like dependent on the sea. But this is, wow, 9 people. That's just like a real curveball. I didn't see that coming. I mean, I must admit, when you've got like 6 people, you can usually get by with 6 people. That seems to be kind of like a sweet spot. After that, things start getting a lot easier, I must admit. But then it's like, well, okay, well, we'll stick to the same like schedule, whatever you want to call it. I mean, Katina. I'm trying to remember what Katina does. What's your interests and what have you? So she gets hungry twice as slow. She can't fail a medical treatment. So that's another person interested in farming. So now I've got 3 farms. Okay, well, who else is doing the farming? Rita and Lara. So I've now got 2 people who are pretty much experts when it comes to doing the farming, or at least they will be. Seriously, Connor? Did you have to go and do that? It's like, he shoots guns so fast he's just completely wrecked the bloomin' the shooting target. Anyway, leisure. There's a bench press now. 40 alloys. Right. Here's a bench press for you to play with. So I think Lara's going to end up probably doing the scavenging more than anything, because there's not a lot to do when it comes to the farm. Right, have we got any other clothes yet? Nope. So where's Paulette gone? So she's off making shoes. Oh, that's probably why that's not the order, is it? They're not the priority. Right. Nope. They haven't got... Well... So we haven't made any t-shirts yet. We haven't made any trousers yet. We haven't made any summer shoes yet. But yeah, that really threw a curveball. That I did not see that coming. What? Right, well, I'll tell you what, you go and grab a bow while you're here. Get yourself a straw hat as well. I mean, heck, why not? But they're gonna get the this place done a lot quicker with the scavenging, at least. I mean, that one hasn't been done yet. Oh, he's off to sleep. That's okay. Actually, what level are you for combat? Oh, you're just 0. Oh, fair enough. I mean, they'll get better because she'll use like things like the punching pole and the shooting targets for practice, and that does improve their combat. So why is Daniel off transporting things? Why are you doing that, dude? Did I at some point change? Yeah, I did at some point. I changed it. So that's a 3. I'll put them back at 2 because I wanted to just focus on the research. I mean, I do have something to observe, which was, I think, was the orb. But I think at some point I was trying to, yeah, that was it. I had a storage facility, and I think I was trying to get it all cleared out. But this should be interesting if we now go to bench press. Where are you, dude? He's not going to be happy with that. Just go to sleep. Right, what's his problem? Burnout, hungry, tired, and he's in a little pain. Out of curiosity, go and do some bench pressing. I don't know if that's classed as an entertainment or not, but he looks like he's enjoying it. Wow, he got a bonus of 18 for doing bench pressing. Right. Who knew? Now he's ravenously hungry. You can't win with these people. So where's Emlyn? So Lara's gone to sleep over there. But once we start getting this place built out, we'll have better places to sleep. We'll get their buffs. May as well. Jeez, please, we're gonna need a lot of trees. That wasn't the plan. I wanted to cut it. Fallen trees, cut them. So he's... Oh, okay, so there's not too far off. I mean, I can expand this out. Because at the moment, that's what I'm more bothered about. It's just these annoying bugs keep coming into the place and chewing everything up. I think that will do. For now, at least. Right, so... Rita's transporting, Connor's cutting. Oh, not another extreme heat wave. Seriously? He's reached physical 6. Okay, cool. Boots. Have some summer shoes. That'll be better for you. Yes, now I've got 9 people to look after. I mean, as far as I'm aware, you can actually turn people down, but you end up with you end up start taking a buff, a debuff, I should say. Oh, grief, Daniel. Yeah, they take a bit of a debuff because it's like told someone where to go, basically. I'm not too happy about that, apparently. I don't think why. And the only time I've done that is when I've done the game solo. Because you can't actually have anybody else. You've got to be able to do the actual whatever it is you're doing. You've got to do it on your own. So we need 972 stone, and we need. I'm actually tempted. I mean, technically her interest. See, the thing is, the interest will, unless I get her to do things that she likes to do, she'll it's like our mood will drop. So it's useful to at least keep doing things that they like to do, but I think I want to get her to start focusing on the mining. Just out of curiosity, I mean, what's her skill? So she's got 0 for physical, so she won't be able to carry much, but should get better over time. I mean, that's something. My bigger concern, especially as we're getting towards the end of the year, is at some point the flies will turn up. I mean, Connor should be able to deal with them as well as Jack. Because they've got, I mean, Rita will help because she's got the pulse rifle. But I'd rather have the actual turrets. Give them a place to hide in as well. And then the turrets normally can take care of them. Otherwise it starts to get a bit messy. So they've got most of that section done. Yeah, I suspect they're prioritising defenses over anything else. Hold on, tick. What's Katina's? Oh, yeah, she's only level 1 for farming. Okay, fair enough. I was wondering why getting harvesting was failing and what have you. Ah, there we go. So we've discovered ore deposits. In which case... I'm sure there's stuff in here I couldn't do until we got... Yeah, I'm sure there's stuff in here we couldn't do. Oh, you've got to find it and you've got to produce it as well. Oh, fiddlesticks. Not that we'll actually have much, but... I want to chop that down. That's my priority at the minute. Well, it's not even so much of a priority, it's just a curiosity. At least it gets things moving along. Because Daniel's going to whiz through the research. Unless he keeps having hissy fits, I suppose. Right, who else needs shoes? Because it looks like they're finished with their shoes. Summer shoes. Space debris. Get some summer shoes. Summer shoes. Ah, this might be the one that gets us out of here. Yeah, I think this is the one that gets us out of here. Right, let's get Conroe. Well, I think I'll send Rita, because Rita's the one who... She's got an interesting perk where she discovers new things on our travels. So I'll send her. Jack's fainted. Ah, right, yeah. That's the drawback if you force somebody into doing something. They'll just keep on doing it, and then they'll just collapse. It's like, can't do it anymore. Unfortunately, they don't have the sense to like realise that, yeah, it's not a good idea. Whereas normally, if you leave them to it, they'll do it so far, and then they'll stop and take a break. 2,795 wood. When are we getting there? I mean, almost. So what's Jack's priority? Expedition. Ooh, discovered a bone picker. So it's just one of the birds. Okay, that wasn't useful, but it's something, I suppose. Yes, I think she discovers the flora and the fauna. So not necessarily like research, which would have been much more useful. Right, so what's Jackie for? Oh, there we go. Research and camp management. So, designates an area where survivors will reside and engage in activities. Yeah, so you can actually set up areas and get them just to work in there. Which is useful because normally they're going to wander all over the place. Something I might have to look into. What's Jackie Boy doing? Right, he's over chopping trees down, that's what I want. She's busy. Ah, there we go. So, yeah. She's found us the way off this planet. So that becomes the priority, but you've got to start doing that. She's not back yet. Oh, do we have to research it? Yeah, you've got to research that. Grenades! That sounds like fun. They must be seriously cool if you can do something about that, like the respiratory problems they have. It's just the hungry ones, okay. Oh no, he's going to wreck the place. Oh, Daniel's going to try and calm him down. I know he's fainted because he's too tight. Oh no, he's died of starvation. Seriously? Wow, that didn't last long. Man, I'm seriously not looking after these people if they're getting into this situation. nonplussed about these. I really kind of like a chicken and egg, because I mean, once on you used to be able to take care of these, it was pretty easy, but now, like, if you start to attack them, you actually attack back. And there's a lot of them. I mean, it could have a bit of fun with them with the actual bottleneck over there, but I don't mind getting the I mean, most of this is gone anyway, so you know, I'm always just getting to replant once they're gone. How much food have we got, incidentally? Yeah, over nearly 5,000 grain. It's not a problem. Actually, hold on, that is a problem. Oh, that was it, we haven't got the... Yeah, we still... That's why I need the power as well to preserve all this stuff. Right, so she's got handling the hot air balloon. It's not too far off getting this done by the looks of it. I mean, what's 2,500 wood? That's... I mean, that's not too much to ask. 2,500 wood. I mean, you get what? 30 wood per tree? Yeah. I mean, that's not going to take a long time. 2,500, jeez Louise. But yeah, I definitely need to sort that out, because otherwise, I mean, I think that to me was new, seeing those bugs coming along and just wrecking the place. Because normally the path, probably they'll just make their way to try to get to your people. But once we get that up, hopefully that'll sort it out. Although there's always the risk where they just spawn near the fence and just rip it to bits. But normally once they've attacked something, then they'll get back onto the normal pathing. But yeah, that kind of threw me. But I must admit that having Katina turn up just completely... That was... I'm just gobsmacked. So, if you're curious, this is the seed motor dash figure in capitals. I think it's KSN, so I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, we've now got 9 people. We've still got a reasonable amount of time towards the end of the year, but I want to get these fences finished. I have to get power up and running, we have to get turrets, and I have to get a little place for these people to hide. But I suppose the plus side of it is, well, we've now got a bench press, so that'll cheer people up even more. Anyway, lots to still do. That's all for another episode.